Hi, welcome to Secrets of Irving.
Oh, mighty Isis.
As we begin today, it looks like Rick has finally figured out what a doll Andrea is.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
He's serenading her. Are you sure that's the song that's going to win her heart? Nice classical guitar, though.
You know what? They never had picnics after school when I was a kid.
Times have changed since then, Rick.
It wasn't that long ago.
That's what we'd all like to think, Rick. It's time to go, but Cindy and a boy named Lee are missing.
Mr. Mason! Miss Thomas! Mr. Mason!
What's wrong?
Something's out there. I don't know what. It really frightened us. A big hairy...
Calm down now. What do you think you really saw?
As they try to describe it, somebody in the group says the magic word.
Oh, I wish I got a picture of it. Wait a second, maybe it was Bigfoot. Bigfoot?
No, Bigfoot. It's supposed to be a large man-like creature that lives in the woods. People report seeing him everywhere. Of course, that's just a legend.
Well, it sure describes what we saw.
Bigfoot.
Why do we keep cutting to that one guy? How is he involved in this? Everyone heads to their cars to pack up, but Andrea stays behind.
Mighty Isis.
Somewhere out there is a failed horror movie called Isis Meets Bigfoot. I'm sure of it. Somebody on this planet is skanky enough to do that. Isis heads into the woods and finds pretty much what you'd expect her to find. A spot that looks like somebody set 2 hot frying pans down on the dry grass. Where are the toes? Does Bigfoot wear shoes? Rick comes looking for Andrea, so she has to change back.
You shouldn't be out here.
Why, Rick, I wasn't worried. I knew you were close by.
Very funny. But you still shouldn't be out here alone. I mean, let's face it, Andrea. You're not ISIS. Let's go.
Oh.
I love it, and I suspect Saturday morning audiences reacted just like I did. Perfect.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should get a bunch of people together and go and hunt it down.
Why?
Why? Hey, that thing is dangerous.
Why?
Well, it's big, and we don't know what it is.
So because it's big and you don't know what it is, therefore it's dangerous. Ever been to a potluck? A lot of those dishes are big and you don't know what they are, but you don't consider them dangerous most of the time. He doesn't have a good answer, and Dr. Barnes takes the opportunity to explain a few things.
Too many people think that anything they don't understand is dangerous. That's wrong. If you don't know what something is, you should be cautious, but not afraid, not set out to hunt it down.
Even supposing it really is a Bigfoot, how many people has it hurt? How many people has it even approached? Is it possible it just wants to be left in peace? As far as we know, Bigfoot doesn't exist, but if he, she, it does, so what? Why can't we leave them alone? There aren't even any legends about Bigfoot actually harming a human being, so next time you see him, just offer to shake hands. You never know, he might speak English. Dr. Barnes says that's enough talk about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
Andrea, keep that bird after school.
He belongs to her, so he'll most likely stay there as long as she does. That counts. That kid we kept cutting to up at the camp is razzing Lee and Cindy about Bigfoot, and Lee is tired of it.
I'm gonna go back up to that mountain, and I'm gonna get a picture of Bigfoot. Sure you are. Look, if you don't believe me, why don't you come with me? Are you too scared? You got a deal. Good, we'll get Ray, Riley, Ralph.
Roger, Randy, Robert, Rutherford. We'll only take guys with names that start with R. Cindy says, count me out. Maybe Bigfoot does wear clothes and shoes.
Oh, now what? Well, let's go up there.
And a hat, and he climbs trees. The boys decide to call it a day. Lee is going to stay behind and take some pictures. Why are you running? That is a man with a beard and a hat. Lee is so frantic he loses his camera over the cliff, falls and hurts his ankle. I told you to try shaking hands.
My ankle feels much better. Do you live here alone? Look, I didn't thank you for your help. Thanks.
Basically, he's a giant. There is such a disorder that can cause a person to grow to unusual size. And best we can tell, he doesn't talk, so learning his story isn't going to be easy. Back in town, Cindy is concerned because the boys aren't back yet, so she and Rick are alerting parents and the authorities, while Andrea, as Isis of course, is up in the woods with Tut looking for them. The boys, on the other hand, know exactly where they are.
Actually, we say we should try to find a road and go for help. How are we going to find Lee if we don't know where we are?
They're lost. Smart guy there, we finally learned his name is Mickey, was trying to go back to Lee and got them here instead. And I'm sure he knows where he is.
Isis! Wow!
Hello, fellas.
Hi.
Where's Lee?
We were near a cliff when we got separated.
All right. Come on, I'll take you back to the road, and then I'll look for Lee.
Lee is getting to know Bigfoot.
Do people bother you? Don't you like to talk to people?
People say I'm big and ugly. So, I live in the woods.
He helped Lee because he can't stand to see anything hurt. They talk a little more and Lee suddenly remembers his camera. He's going back to the cliff to get it and find his friends. He promises not to tell if that's how his new friend wants it.
That cliff's dangerous. I'll go with you.
That's a big step for him. He brings a rope, ties it to a tree, and insists on being the one to go down and retrieve the camera.
Hey, look out!
Lee warned him that might happen. Good thing Isis saw it and knows what to do.
Rope now climb and heed this charm. Entwine that man and keep from harm.
Step 1. Tie him up.
Mighty wind, now lift me high and bring the rope up to the sky.
She knows the Indian rope trick, just like Batman. It comes up to her, she takes hold, and away we go. Bigfoot just got the ride of his life, and he's not seriously hurt.
You okay?
Yeah,
And he saved the camera. That's the important thing.
thank you for saving me, but who are you?
My name is Isis. But yours, I'm sure, is not Bigfoot.
My name is Richard.
She invites Richard to come back with them and try again with society.
I'm afraid. People just don't understand me.
I know. Sometimes people are very cruel to those who seem different.
Sometimes they'll even tell you you don't have a right to be who you are. Richard isn't ready to come back.
We'd like to come back and visit you.
I'd like that.
Thank you. Soon.
Soon.
Later, Lee is telling the story when Andrea appears. It seems she missed all the excitement again.
And I have to tell you, that Isis can do almost anything. But if she ever does need any help,
I'm sure she'll call on you.
well, what I meant was it just seems that I'm always around when she...
Is Rick about to put it together?
Come Come to think of it, Andrea, it seems that you're never around when ISIS is. Oh, you miss all the excitement.
Seems that way, Rick.
Well, I'll see you.
Nope, the obvious went right past him. When they started talking about Bigfoot, I thought we were going to have another situation where somebody was playing a prank or doing something illegal. But this was much more interesting. A man who is distinctly different from everyone else with a birth defect that basically turns him into Hagrid, and he can't function in society the way they treat him. And we don't get resolution. ISIS can't convince him to come back. She does the next best thing and says, we'll come visit you so you don't have to be alone all the time. 1 or 2 at a time can get him used to people again, assuming he wants to. And if he doesn't want to, well then, he has a couple of fast friends that he can count on, so his life is enriched. Lee has discovered an amazing person who can teach him more about his surroundings than any teacher, kind of like Wayne a couple of episodes back. Everybody has learned something about people who are different. Everyone has a right to live in peace and be who they are. Everyone. Even Bigfoot. I'll see you next time on Secrets of Bigfoot. Irving.